Beverly Hills.
KYSR Los Angeles.
Scratch that morning itch on the home of the Woody Show.
You know?
Pulse 98.7.
All in or all out.
LA's music.
Woody. This is the Woody Show.
It's another new hour. Insensitivity training for a politically correct world. Wednesday morning. It is November the 15th, 2023. I'm Woody, that's Ravy.
Hi.
There's Greg Gord.
Yeah.
Dennis, good morning to you.
Good morning, Woody.
There's Seabass. We've got Sammy.
Good morning.
There's Bort. There's Caroline. Morgan's here. Our associate producer, Vaughn, our video producer. Phones are open for you at 877-44-WOODY. That's 877-44-WOODY. You can hit us up with a text, 22987. Of course, find us and follow us on all the social platforms at The Woody Show. How's everybody feeling? All good?
Feeling good.
Feeling all right.
What's new? What's happening? What's fun?
I feel like time is going backwards.
Yeah.
Time's going
It's
backwards.
so weird.
What are you talking about?
It's only Wednesday? Like, can you believe
just
that?
seems
Like,
I can't believe
it feels like it should be Wednesday 2 weeks from now. That's how slow this week has started.
Is that because the holidays are coming up and there's like maybe got some time off you're looking forward to?
Maybe I'm just too excited to be
Yeah.
off and I just can't get there.
That's what
it's
happens.
like going through molasses. I thought
Really?
maybe it's time to bring back the paper chain. You know how I used to do a
God,
paper
you do
chain?
that every
Yeah.
No, I don't remember, Grandma. What is that?
So paper chain is like
It's time to bring it back.
you get construction paper, you cut it into strips, you make like a link thing out of the construction paper strips, like this Seabass. And every day you come in, it's like an advent calendar, and you
Right.
just tear one off, and the link of
Just gets
things get shorter and shorter.
Physically see how much closer you are to time off.
Ravy to
Can't
it.
you just have? I can think the modern version of that, Ravy, is just an app on your phone, like a countdown.
But wouldn't it be
It's
nice
not
to
as
just
fun
turn
to
your
see
head
it.
to the left and see a visual representation of how many shows you have left till vacation? Rip.
She hates it that much here?
Not at all.
need to count
But
it
it's
down.
like, yes.
Why does that got to be
Why do I have to hate my job to be looking forward to vacation?
right?
I mean, where are you going?
Just to visit family and stuff.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fun.
I mean,
But
who doesn't
it's-
look forward to time off?
Exactly.
Yeah, menace.
It's like Greg
Why are
says all
you
the time.
dragging me down?
It's like Greg says all the time, like, who doesn't like money?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, you like money. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
This guy
You
hates
can
it.
still enjoy your job,
Yeah.
but look forward to vacation. Yeah.
True.
I do want to talk about, though, really quickly, this funny phone call I got from my mom. I told you about it, Woody.
Oh yeah.
So my mom listens to the podcast. And so she was listening to the podcast last week, and she called me quite concerned.
About?
She said, Renee, I hate it when she uses my name like that. Renee,
You know it's serious.
right. I'm very concerned about your relationship with Woody.
Oh, no.
You've been friends for 30 years, and I'm very worried. I'm like, what are you talking
Worried about what?
Like, you guys used to hook up back in the
Yeah. You guys used to do it.
Where's the sexual tension?
And she said she felt like you and I were in conflict last week, and we were arguing too much. And she was very concerned that
On
it
the
bled
show?
over into real life. And
Like show arguing about things that we're talking about?
uh-huh.
That's adorable.
And that led her to a concerned phone call to make sure our friendship was fine. I'm like, Mom, what were we even arguing about?
Yeah, Raven
Yeah, I
texted
remember.
me. I was trying to think of like what it could have been.
It was just the show.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm like, Mom,
I don't know.
everything's fine.
Did anything stand out that I
No.
can remember? No.
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 Like she gets mad at me when I joke about like, oh, well, Raven's gonna go out and get her concealed carry,
Sure.
or
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
she does get like irritated by that.
Mm-hmm.
Or the other thing I thought of is like she was all worked up about what was it? Oh, burning books or something. It's like
Oh, right.
Right.
that's
But
why people don't retire in Florida anymore.
Because of the book.
Because
the
the
book
people are insane down there.
Sure.
But that wouldn't have even been something my mom even heard.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it was
true.
like
it was
could
older.
Not,
Yeah, I don't know.
could not figure out what it was. But
Did
I
anybody else's
believe
parents listen to the show?
I put her mind
No.
at ease.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh, she
God.
listens every day.
I think
Yeah.
there's secret listening amongst parts of my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my mom from time to time, like if she's in the car, you know, driving, she doesn't make I don't think she makes a point to listen to it. I think my dad and my stepmom probably listen the most, but I don't even think they listen all the time. I think other members of the family, like I got my one uncle, he listens all the time. But I'm talking about just like moms and dads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 'cause-
my mom's dedicated.
Yeah, maybe that's the reason that Ravi doesn't really share.
That could
A lot?
be. Like that's in the back of my mind.
Yeah, she
maybe.
knows her mom's there, so she's not going to talk about like some dirty whore weekend that she had or something.
Yeah, I
That
don't
is
want to hear
true.
it from my mom.
That is true. But she doesn't really bring up any show stuff. Like she's never brought up. You once picked up a guy at the hospital after a stabbing, and we brought that up on the air countless
right.
times.
Well, I mean, how many?
It was only the one time.
Right. I mean, but like, how do you even bring that up?
Yeah.
Would she say something to you about that? She did know about it.
Well, she does know
She
about it,
knows.
but she's never
She's
brought
never
it
said
up.
anything.
I mean,
Yeah.
what is there to say?
Oh yeah, my parents certainly don't.
Yeah.
No. Mine don't listen, thank God.
No.
Do your parents know how to listen?
They wouldn't know how to podcast. That's for damn sure.
Your parents practice
Gregory.
driving to the airport.
The one thing that's kind of irritating, though, like, I don't think my mom's friends listen, but, like, they follow stuff online, and then it's like a game of telephone. Whatever version they see online is, like, different,
Yeah.
and then it gets back to my mom, and then, so it's a completely different story,
Oh,
and then I have
okay.
to explain things.
Because, like, my mom doesn't do any social media or anything like
Yeah.
that. She just listens to the podcast.
Yeah, people ask me that from time to time. Like, does your wife listen? Your parents or whoever, family members listen? Like, how do you explain or like what do you tell them? What I don't tell them anything. It's like this is my job. This is what I do. I learned that lesson a long time ago. I've been doing this long enough. I think I told you years and years ago. My first wife, before we were even married, she would get mad if I would put like girls
That's
on the air,
right.
like female callers.
So dumb.
You're flirting with them. I had them on the air about a question, or I put the request on the air. You're flirting with it. Get the F out of here. I don't want you putting women on the air anymore. And I go, okay. Okay, idiot. I was like 20 years old, and I didn't want the fight or whatever.
Sure.
And then I got about 6 months into that, and I go, I remember I was sitting at work, sitting kind of like where I am right now, behind all the controls and stuff. I go, what am I doing? Like, I just had this great phone call that would have been an awesome phone call on the air or whatever, and I didn't record it because it was a female.
All flirty.
And it would no, it was just like, hey, what do you guys stupid, like when you're a radio DJ playing music, like, hey, what are you guys up to tonight? All right, tell us where the party is. Hey,
Let's go.
yeah,
LFG to the party.
right, that kind of crap.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't air it, all because my girlfriend at the time didn't like it. And I was like, I can't do this. So that's why I went back and I told her, like, look, this is my job. This is what I do. I can't.
It's hard to
Yeah.
stifle yourself in the moment, and then you're
Yeah.
trying to edit yourself.
Yeah.
Gave her
and
the
then-
Godfather talk.
And then
But
and then when it comes to parents, what?
Didn't you meet her because she was a listener?
Her roommate was a listener, and the roommate didn't have the car. Oh, the roommate. This is the one I just told the story about, where we walked in after having dinner one time, and she was having some kind of competition to see if she can make 3 guys finish within a certain amount of time.
Right.
That was the person who was listening, who had called in or whatever.
Okay.
I was
So
pissed.
she knows that whores listen.
Right.
Yeah, it was one of those. So
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was on. This job sucked. I was working 6 days a week from 7 to midnight. I'm a young guy living in a place that I didn't know anybody, and so I had to be on all the times when people would be able to socialize and go out and meet people or have fun. Like I was like at the radio station. So I got pissed one week because I just tried to get off, that Saturday night shift. Every once in a while, I'm like, can I have a little bit of a life at
Once
some
a
point?
month, maybe.
Yeah, right. And so I was like, Woody, sorry, this guy, you guys know this dude, Mark.
Mark. Yeah, Mark.
Woody, sorry, but you're the night guy. And I'm like,
Right,
Yeah, no, I don't have to, so no.
yeah. So I'm like, all right, fine. So the guy who was, kind of like my intern or whatever at the time, I just went on the air. I go, you know what? If I can't, I was bitching about the air naturally.
Yeah.
I go, well, if I can't go out, I said, here's where the station is. Doors open. Come on in. We invited anybody who was listening who wanted to come down. There was food. There was drugs. There were naked chicks. There were all kinds of stuff. Anything and everything that you can imagine that was. It was like it was an open house party. Mm-hmm. And it was a
Literally.
Saturday. Yeah, and people were just showing up anyway. So this girl, the roommate, she wanted to come down, but she didn't have a car, of course. She's a dirty whore.
Dirty
And-
whores rarely have
And
a
so
car.
she talked her roommate, who ended up being my future wife, into driving her down. My future wife kind of stood in the back of the room, like just ignoring everybody for the longest time, and like, "What are you doing?" And so we just struck up a conversation. But that's how that whole thing happened.
I've heard thousands of these stories. Well, not thousands, but dozens. You never marry a fan.
Well, yeah,
Every radio person I know who's done that has divorced.
yeah.
Everyone.
Well, I mean, she wasn't. That's the thing. Like, she wasn't like a fan. She was the driver. She was like the designated driver.
Fan enough.
She was not participating in like anything. I don't even think she had a slice of the pizza. Pizza delivery drivers were bringing other people's orders down.
Wow.
It was crazy. We had beer, all kinds. You name it. Every kind of liquor you can think of.
Let's do that again.
I know. Let's do it now.
Easily, there were 300 people packed into this.
Where did those days go?
Oh, dude.
Oh, good old
gosh.
days.
And you know what's crazy? The program director loved it.
Okay, good.
They were going through people's desks, and I literally just had the door of the radio station just propped open. Like, hey, here's the address. Come on down.
We can do that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, times are different now. Now we get mega fired.
But
That's what these TikTok kids do. There's
Yeah.
like 5,000 people show up in Times Square.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
They riot.
yeah, that's great for them.
People still do that sort of thing.
Yeah, if we dance, it's just a flash mob.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, big deal.
all. Big deal.
That's one of those things. Like when I think about it now, I go, I can't believe I actually did that.
Yeah.
What was I
Yeah.
thinking?
And you
Well,
didn't
there's
get fired.
Those
Yeah,
are also
and
the
they get
days,
fired.
even when you had free time, was all you wanted to do was be at work. you
Yeah,
know? Like
like-
I just never left.
This one guy.
Same.
I mean, this one guy like projectile vomited all over the office area.
Sounds like Woody used to be cool.
What
Yeah.
happened?
like after because our radio station was right by all the nightclubs, like every Friday, Saturday night, we just bring a bunch of people from the club back to the radio station.
Hell yeah.
They're like hooking up in the bathroom. We nicknamed one of
yeah.
our friends Tony the Bathroom Bandit because he was like having sex in the bathroom with some club chick, and we were just like drinking and stuff. It was
good
fun,
times.
man.
Yeah, good times.
Every Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. 877-44 Woody. Hit us
Shout
up with
out
a
to Tony.
text over to 22987. We'll take the break. Greg's got some of the trending news headlines for us coming up next. Hang on.